Hello friends, Kelly here with a special tutorial for App Scrap Across America. No. Hello friends, Kelly here with a special tutorial for our App Scrap Across America event. We all love to scroll through Instagram for inspiration for our scrapbook pages, right? And there are many of us out there that enjoy sharing what we create as well. A few months ago, one of my pixel to page Hello friends, Kelly here with a special tutorial for our App Scrap Across America event. We all love, no. Hello friends, Kelly here with a special tutorial for our App Scrap Across America event. We all love to scroll through Instagram for inspiration for our scrapbook pages, right? And there are many of us out there who enjoy sharing what we create as well. A few months ago, one of my Pixels to Pages followers asked if I would record a video of how I create the previews of my pages on Instagram. It's a little late in coming, but here it is, and I hope you find it helpful. My page previews look like this. You can see I have a double page spread, and my logo is down here in the left corner, and I have a title up here in the right. They are created in Letterglow, which is another one of my favorite apps. Unfortunately, I don't think the developers are making any updates to this app anymore, but it doesn't matter to me. I've been using this app for over 5 years. I love the interface, and it has all of the tools I need to do what I need to do. It's nothing super fancy, so let's get started. Let's go ahead and open up Letterglow, which I have in my photo editing folder on my iPad. I'm going to tap on the icon, and when the app opens, it comes to the project board, okay? So I'm going to tap on the plus sign where it says New Project, and you can see I am prompted to select a background. I'm able to go directly into my camera roll to choose a photo from there, but in this instant, I want to work with a blank canvas. So I'm going to select blank canvas, and it gives you some different ratios to work with. But I already know that I want to use a 1-to-1 ratio, so I'm going to come up here and select the square. And you can see I have a nice blank canvas on my screen. The first thing I want to do is add my logo. So I'm going to come down here to the plus sign at the bottom center of my screen. I'm going to tap on the graphics icon. From here, I'm going to select the photo logo icon, and it's asking me to select an image. Again, you can select the image wherever you have it stored. If it's in your photos, your camera roll, great. If you have it in iCloud Drive, great. Or in Dropbox, which I think is pretty cool. I'm glad that they have those cloud options to choose from. So my logo is on iCloud Drive. So I'm going to select iCloud Drive, and my Pixels to Pages folder is open already. So I'm going to select this logo right here, and it appears in the center of the screen. And by default, it automatically opens up the toolbar, and the tool that it is has selected is the size. You can decrease or increase the size of that element by moving the slider to the left or to the right, but I'm just going to keep it at 100. And if you take your finger and place it on that element, you can drag it around your canvas. I'm going to place it right down here in the lower left corner. And I want to come back to this screen here, and it's time for me to add my pages. So again, I'm going to tap the plus sign, come over here to graphics, and come here to photo logo. Now this time I have the pages that I want to put on this canvas in a folder, and I have to remember how far down it is. I have my exported pages saved in my camera roll, and I think it's coming up here. Here we go, 2019 Project Life pages. I'm going to select there, and I'm just going to build out that preview that we just saw earlier. Florida Cactus Company layout right here. Again, it's going to put it on the center of your page, but this is a little small. So I'm going to use my slider, and I'm going to bring this up to, I think it was 165 is where I want to put it at. Okay. And then I'm going to drag it to this upper corner here. And in the toolbar, you have several different tools here, and you can access them just by moving them to the right or to the left, but I want to rotate this. So this is my rotate tool, and I'm going to rotate it to about a 10. And then I want to add a drop shadow. And the drop shadow icon is 2 over from the rotate icon. It's right here. And from here, I am going to tap on the circle that is to the right, and I want to select a medium gray for my drop shadow, just right there. And then I'm going to tap that icon again to get back to the shadow toolbar. All right, now you can see there's really no shadow around it. I just picked the color of the shadow, and I'm just going to tap that plus sign there, and you can see that there's a faint shadow that appears behind it. Over here where this number is to the far left is either a soft shadow, or if you tap that you get a hard shadow, but I like keeping it to a softer shadow. Okay, so remember, we have our shadow set to 5, and I tilted my page to, I rotated it to a number 10. And then I also increased the size to a 165. So I want to keep those numbers in mind. All right, now I'm going to move this just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to tap this arrow at the bottom center of my screen. I'm going to tap the plus sign again because I need to add the other side of that layout. Tap photo logo. And again, I'm going to scroll down here to where my pages were in that folder. And I want to select the other side of that layout. Let's see, where did it go? It's here somewhere. It's this one right here. And remember, I want to increase the size of this layout to a 165. And, you know, I can do it through the slider, or if I take one of those corners, I can just drag it. I'm going to move this down here out of the way. And now I'm going to come back to my rotate tool. Okay, now on that first page, we rotated it to a plus 10, but this time I want to rotate it to a negative 10. So I'm just going to tap that minus sign. I'm going to scooch it off the canvas just a little bit. I'm going to come over here to shadow, find that nice medium gray, and then add to the number 5. Okay, now what I need to do is add a title up there in the corner. So I'm going to come here, get back to my main editing screen, and I'm going to tap that plus sign again, and instead of selecting graphics, I'm going to tap on text. Now what I want to do here is just tap in the year. I'm going to put in 2019, and I want to change the font. This is not the font that I want to use, and I am going to come down here to, I think, Archer Medium, and then I'm going to tap done. Okay, it places it directly in the center of your page, but I'm going to move this up here, and by default the font size slider appears. I'm just going to make this smaller. Let's go to maybe a 120. Nice even number there. Okay, then I'm going to scooch this over a little bit. I'm going to add the week that this was. So come back to that plus sign. I'm going to add text, and this was week 9. I'm going to change the font. I'm going to use that Archer bold font, and now I'm going to tap done. And again, I'm going to move it up here to the upper right corner, and let's put it to about that size. And what's nice about Letter Glow is that it'll automatically have a guideline appear if you're trying to center something up. So like here, I want week 9 to appear centered underneath the 2019 date. And so you saw that little yellow line that appears, and it's nice and centered. Now there's one more thing I want to add to this, and that is just a straight line. I want there to be a straight line between 2019 and week 9. So I'm going to tap that plus sign and come back over here to graphics. And there are some graphics that are available in Letter Glow. I'm going to come over here to lines and arrows. And when you tap any of the graphic icons up here, you'll get a scroll bar of the various lines and arrows or whatever graphic icon you selected. It'll appear here at the bottom. I just want this thin line right there. It places it on the center of your screen, and all you have to do is just move it over. And now I want to decrease the size of it. I don't want it that big. And there we go. I have my my layout preview. Okay, I think I'm going to move my logo up just a little bit, just like that. And now I'm able to export it so I can share this on Instagram. To export it, you have that little export button down here at the bottom, and you have the different options of where you would like to save it to. So I usually just save mine to photos, like that. To get rid of those options, just tap that arrow again. And we want to come back to the project screen, so we're going to tap this arrow in the lower left corner. And now you can see we have our preview at the top of the screen. Now, if you think I do this each time I create a new page preview, you couldn't be more wrong. I just use my original as a template. And so let me show you how I repurpose this project. So I'm going to tap on what I just created and open it back up again. I'm going to tap on the plus sign, and I'm going to add a new page. So come to photo logo, and I'll scroll back down to those pages from 2019. Where did they go? Here they are. And let's do layout number, or for week 10. Let's see, so it's going to be this one right here. And I'm going to just drag that lower right corner up to a 165. And then I'm going to move this over on top of that layout with the cactus and the succulents. And you can see how it is already centering it on that photo for me. Okay, so just like I did on that original layout there, I'm going to tap the rotate tool and rotate it to a +10. I'm going to come over here. I want to add a drop shadow behind this one, and I'll select that light gray and then change it to a number 5. Okay, now I'm going to come back here and grab the right hand side of that double page spread, come back down to my 2019 Project Life pages, and I'll scroll over to, where'd it go? I think it's right here. Right here. Again, I can either drag or use the slider. I'm going to come up to a 165, and guys, these are just my numbers. You can make your layouts as large or as small as you want to. This is just the size that I've been working with for many years. I'm going to rotate it to a -10, and you can see how the app is snapping it over that layout that was underneath it. Come to drop shadow, select that medium gray and place it to number 5. Then I'm going to change the week, okay, for this. So I'm just going to double I'm going to select that uh, text box there just by tapping on it. And then to change the text, I want to double tap on it to get that text edit screen. Just backspace to week 10. I'm going to select done. Now, just so you know, Letterglow has a limit to 10 layers. Okay, that's the highest amount of layers you can put on here. And you know, right now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8 layers here, I think. But and you can tell that my drop shadows look pretty dark. That is because those layouts are still underneath the ones that I just placed there. Okay, the original layouts that were on that preview. So if you scroll all the way to the left on that toolbar, you can access your layers palette. So if I tap on there, you're gonna have a flyout menu that comes from the left-hand side. Okay, you can see the different layers that you have on your canvas. So right here, I want to get rid of these 2 layers down here. So if I tap on the little circles to the far left, I get some options. I could duplicate the layer, I can lock the layer, or I can just get rid of it. And then again, I want to get rid of this one and trash it. So now I'm down to, 6 layers, and I'm ready to export this one to my camera roll and then use it on Instagram. There, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video on how to use Letterglow to create page previews for Instagram. Thanks for watching.